The CBI thinks the creative industries are important because it's whatever it is, 7–8% of GDP. There's a couple of million people all up working in the sector. And it's a sector that actually we have a comparative advantage in, but it's quite fragmented, it's quite dispersed around the whole United Kingdom. There are companies in it that are leaders in their class but are actually not known by the Department of Business. It's a dynamic sector and it has real growth prospects. Various studies have suggested that the compound growth rate is about 4% a year, which is about twice the sustainable growth rate of the economy. All these things add up to something that matters for the future. The CBI's job is to lobby government to support industries, and here's an industry which is at a moment of change and development. So our job is to make sure government understands the sector's needs for skills, training, education. Our job is to argue the case for a modern competition policy. The competition policy that affects, for example, the media was shaped like 30 years ago when everything was kind of carried by quill, pen and pigeon. It's our job to talk about intellectual property regimes and the protocols that go with it and protecting intellectual property in an online world. And we're also really interested in the kind of digital agenda and the rollout of superfast broadband across the United Kingdom in a way that will benefit consumers and industries alike. So there's a really broad agenda for the creative industries and us. Well, what the CBI can do to help the creative industries meet their potential is to bring them together in a sort of coherent and well-argued, structured way. There are, whatever it is, a dozen different subsectors within the creative industries, all doing interesting, important things. We can help provide the big picture. We can reconcile differences where they exist. We can tell government that these sectors exist and are strong. If you go to the Department of Business and ask them to talk through the creative industries, they quickly fail and run short. Half the companies they've never heard of. They can tell you all our motor car companies, they can tell you all our steel businesses, but creative industries, they go a bit wobbly when they talk about it. So the CBI's job is to represent the broad range of sectors, to align their interests in a way that gets the big policy issues shaped on the things that I've discussed, skills, competition, IP and all those important matters.